destructive hatred, but also a testing ground for the future. Mass bombing tactics and propaganda warfare were rehearsed here. The Spanish Civil War was the dark beginning of the conflict that was about to swallow the world. The lessons of cruelty learned in its cities would be repeated on a global and even more devastating scale in World War II. In 1939, Franco won. A dictatorship began that would last 36 years, marked by censorship, persecution, and silence. But the impact was bigger than Spain itself. Hitler watched the results of his bombings. Stalin tested the power of his spy networks. The Civil War was the dress rehearsal for World War II. Hundreds of thousands died, millions fled into exile, and invisible scars remained for generations. When politics becomes war, no one comes out unharmed. The Spanish Civil War wasn't just a fight. It was a mirror that showed the deepest cracks of the 20th century, serving as a practice run for World War II. In it, we saw the clash between fascism, communism, and democracy, not as big ideas, but as forces that ripped apart society, turning neighbor against neighbor, brother against brother. For the Spanish people, it was a very personal tragedy, a wound that bled for decades under the silence of the dictatorship. The questions echo: how far would you go for what you believe? How much can politics divide a people? The answers, written in the ruins of Guernica and in the mass graves still being found, are a dark reminder of how humans can be both idealistic and brutal. Today, the lively streets of Madrid pulse with life, a symbol of Spain's strength. But beneath the modern surface, the scars remain. The pact of forgetting, which allowed the switch to democracy, left many questions unanswered, many victims unrecognized. That's why this isn't just Spain's story. It's an eternal warning for all of us. In a world once again facing extreme division, false information, and hateful talk, Spain's lessons are more important than ever. The path from disagreement to treating opponents as less than human and finally to violence is dangerously short. Believing that it's different here is the first step to going down the same path. Because, as history teaches us, those who forget the past are bound to repeat it. If you believe that stories like this deserve to be told in depth, and that understanding the past is the best tool to build a better future, join our community. Your subscription, your like, and your share are not just numbers. They are a sign that careful analysis and historical context still matter. Subscribe, share this video, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next documentaries. And leave your comment below. Respectful discussion is a key part of learning. The more engagement, the more we can keep bringing you stories that go beyond the surface and help us understand the complex forces that shape our present. Thanks for watching.